Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Daily Videodevo. Welcome to Friday. Hope you guys get the newsletter for more details. But guess what? This weekend, we're going to continue the Faith Forward series. We're going to be looking at Joshua and the choir. Our biggest choir I think we've ever had, a 70-voice choir, going to be at all three services, Saturday at 6, Sunday at 9, Sunday at 11. I hope you come check it out. Now, all week long, I've been having you meet pastors who've been a part of this pastors conference that we've been putting on here in our new facility for pastors and wives from all over Northern California. And I want you to meet a guy who's super tall.
Yeah, here we go.
Holy smokes. Yeah. This is John. And John, your story of endurance is phenomenal because you faced a ton of stuff in your own life, and particularly cancer, lymphoma, which is the same kind of cancer that my father died of when I was just 4 years old, and it was dicey. It was tough.
Oh yeah.
How did you endure through that suffering, and what did the Lord teach you?
Yeah, it was one of those situations where I didn't know what I had. I was sick for a long time. A doctor calls me and says, "Hey, you'll have lymphoma." I said, "Well, what does that mean?" He said, "Well, that means you have cancer." And he said, "Another doctor will call you about surviving," and hangs up the phone. So great doctor, right? So my wife comes in, she's pregnant with my son. I'm looking at my kids. I have no idea if I'm going to survive this thing. And by God's grace, if you will, walk through this. But that began a season of our life where we looked at suffering. But what we've learned is it's not about suffering, it's about endurance. And Romans 5 says so clearly, it says suffering will produce endurance, endurance produces character, and character produces hope, and hope does not put us to shame. Everybody suffers. We all suffer, but all trials will pass, but we don't pass all trials. You have to endure underneath it. And that endurance comes from a supernatural strength from the Lord. By God's grace, I survived. I was kind of at the last point. The doctor said if I didn't get in there when I did, I probably would have had about a month to live. And then I'm looking at the life I have now. Well, another thing with that verse, which was amazing, is God continues to take you through even deeper things. We actually had a little girl named Hope, and she was born a stillbirth. And when we walked through that, we actually named her Hope based off of that verse, because what we know is this, is God, He redeems all of it. And when we endure underneath it with a supernatural strength that only God can give, because it's His strength, we can have hope. And I can have hope that I can see my daughter again. You can have hope to see your dad again. We have hope because Jesus Christ, through the power of the gospel, has saved us and redeemed us and brought us into a living hope. So endure with hope.
I love that whole idea of God will redeem it. God will redeem your suffering so you can endure with hope. Knowing that is part of living faith forward.